Hi guys, welcome to this week's video. I am coming down with like a cold, so we will see how this goes. But this week I thought it would be fun if we watched the top 10 scariest movies according to Rotten Tomatoes and see if we agree with the ranking. A lot of the movies on this list I've already seen, but I love rewatching good horror movies, so let's get into the video. Okay, so apparently people actually voted on these movies and then Rotten Tomatoes ranked them. We're gonna watch these in order of what was voted from least scary to most scary. And up first we have one of my favorites, It 2017. This one was ranked at number 10. I've always had a terrifying fear of clowns, which may shock you because I love them, but that reinforces the fact that I like things that scare me. Like I literally have Mr. Art here, Mr. Art here again, a little Pennywise Lego. I mean, that's not very scary, but still it's there nonetheless. Twisty the Clown from American Horror Story, another figurine of my husband's head, and my husband on a lighter. So it's like, how scared are you really, Cam? Oh, also I forgot. I also have the Killer Clowns from Outer Space poster. We like a good fun scare over here. Nothing real, but a good fun scare. But what I didn't know about It 2017 is that it beat the original Exorcist 44-year-old record for being the highest grossing horror film, which is huge. That is a huge thing to beat. I didn't know that that even happened, but it's a great movie. I'm a fan, so I can't wait to watch it again. I love Pennywise. Bill Skarsgård is amazing. Let's get right into it. We have a lot of movies to watch. We have 10. Even the cover art for the movie is so cool. I think they did a really good job of modernizing Pennywise. I feel like I've talked about this so much recently, but remember in 2016 when all those clowns were like terrorizing the country? That was crazy. I remember that happened like right during my birthday. Like on my birthday, there were clowns in my town, and I was like, wow, this is a horrible birthday gift. What was that about? Whoever did that, they need to like show themselves. They need to make a documentary, because that was crazy. And like, did they actually hurt anyone, or was it like a little bit? Once I saw this, I knew it was gonna be such a good movie. His eyes and his voice is so creepy. I was truly terrified of this Pennywise for a long time. And you know what? I still am. Pennywise. Yes, me, George. Georgie. Wait, why was that cute? Why was he cute when he did that? Oh, Pennywise is kind of cute, you guys. Magnificent. I think the casting was absolutely perfect. Like, all of these kids did such an amazing job. Including, like, the side characters, too. Like, even this girl. This kid is truly so cute. I truly do love just the story of it because of what Pennywise is able to do and how he's able to shapeshift into whatever fear that kid is like most afraid of. I just think that's so genius, and that's like the ultimate scary concept. Like when he turns into a spider, like that kind of thing, it's just like crazy, and it's just there's so many avenues you can take with it. So I feel like it must have been so fun to like reimagine the movie and even just be Stephen King and like writing it. I should have worn my It shirt today, darn it, I forgot. Well, what can you do? We can't win every day, right? Not this movie, but the second movie, it just reminded me the whole shape-shifting aspect. This scene where he was that old lady and Bev was like in the room with her and then she realized that it was like actually Pennywise. That, wow, they really did their big one with that because that was really mortifying to me. Really mortifying. I honestly have so much to say about that second movie, so maybe we'll watch it again together so I can get all my ideas out because I have like stories with that too. Honestly, yeah, I have to do a video on that because I have a lot to say. The use in this movie and also the second one of like the old photographs is really, really great. That's such a smart move. And looking at Pennywise like when he was in the olden times is honestly so eerie. I feel like maybe I need to read the book. Can you believe I haven't read the book? Because I do want to know like his origin, if the book even says that. This scene was always like horrific to me. Like this is worse than any like axe murdering movie ever. Just this scene, like I can't handle it. Like so good. Also, there's like the perfect mix of comedy in this movie. Like I absolutely love this kid. The script for him was really amazing. This part was always mortifying to me. Like I always felt awful for this kid. Imagine seeing that. Never mind like a crazy clown being in there and actually coming after you. Like I would be hauling ass to the next 6 towns over. Like I would be nowhere to be seen. So sinister. I actually would be frozen in fear. I would not be able to move. Absolutely a top like 5 moment in this movie. Wow, so good, so good. This is also like one of my favorite scenes of all time. You can tell they just put so much thought into every single appearance of his. I've seen this movie so many times, but this just scared the crap out of me. Oh my god. I would combust on the spot. I also love how the kids didn't see him until I'm pretty sure this was the scene where they first saw Pennywise. Because they wanted it to be like a real, genuine reaction, and they were all scared out of their minds. That's a genius way to do it, though. Absolutely genius. This part had a chokehold on everybody at the time. I remember everyone thought it was the funniest thing ever. I did just have to go downstairs, and I was slightly spooked. I was like, is Pennywise gonna be behind this door? Now I'm getting kind of nervous for this list because I forget how much of a scaredy cat I actually am. I love horror, and I feel like I get less scared than like the average person. But like, I'm still a scaredy cat, do not get it twisted. I still get very much afraid, but I just like how it makes me feel. I don't know, I'm crazy. We're crazy, we're all crazy. If you're watching this, you're crazy too, because you must love horror. It's okay, it's fun over here. You guys, bullying kills. Look at this. For those of you that have read It, is the ending of part 1 the same as it is in the movie? Also curious on your take on the ending, because I know some people are like, wow, like seriously, it just ends by them bullying him basically, which I do understand, but I also like see the bigger meaning of it. So I don't know, I see both sides of that one, but what do you guys think of how it ends? Next on our list at number 9 is Insidious. This one came out in 2010. Obviously super popular. I've seen it a bunch of times, but I love to watch it again. So let's get right to that one. Look at me, 2 movies in one day. Who am I? I think my attention span must be getting better with making these, because usually I could never, but I'm doing a good job. I'm really proud of myself. This little man is giving me a flashback to the Insidious Halloween Horror Nights maze. You know me and Halloween Horror Nights. I had a great time with that maze. I'll insert the good clips I got here. But with Tiny Tim's Tiptoe Through the Window, how could you not have a good maze with that? Like, seriously, that song alone is, like, terrifying. May he rest in peace, though. He left behind a fabulous horror legacy, and I don't even know if he knew that he did. Actually, no, he died in 1996, so there's no way. And he was in SpongeBob. Like, that's crazy that some of his, like, biggest accomplishments happened after he died. Yes, we love James Wan. This music is so good. I will say I know this man is married, but I love him and he is my husband. The actor and all of his characters. Like, I love how he is just like the horror husband. Love me some Patrick Wilson. He's awesome. This guy just wasn't super scary to me. Like, obviously if he was in my room I would die, but I just feel like he looks like a silly little vampire. You guys, look at this Easter egg. The kid is gonna be right to the left. Do you see him? Ah! This is by far my favorite scene in this movie. Also, top scene in a lot of horror movies for me. Wow, so good, so good. The way he was like tapping his little foot, oh, I hate how he's dancing. I just hate how he's dancing. As I've said before, I don't think little kids are that scary. Like, they don't do it for me in movies that much. But this scene right here got me. Like, usually it's the jump scare and then the kid ends up not being that scary. But like, what a scary looking child that was. Good God. It's an iconic still. I love these two guys. They're hilarious. A lot of horror movies have like a really good amount of comedy to them, which is something like I'm just noticing for some reason. Also love this lady. I'm so glad she was in the most recent one.
But this is dangerous and exploitative.
I'd be like, whatever you say, sweetheart, whatever you say. I agree. I do have a massive crush on him, obviously, but he's also a phenomenal actor and a phenomenal person, so I love you, Patrick Wilson. I love you. This was a good addition. I loved that whole scene and how you just like heard the gunshots and then you came back and obviously they were all like unhand my man. Yes. Imagine how scary that'd be, like, as the wife. I'd be panicking. I love this song. Now I'm afraid my record player is gonna play that in the middle of the night. Can you imagine? I would not be okay. Obviously one of the best scenes in the movie. However, I personally don't feel like that is the scariest character in horror. Like, even one of the top scariest characters. Like, he's just like a little freak. More so than anything. But again, I'd be afraid if he was in my room. I always love a good plot twist. We know this. Oh, wait, I forgot that this happens though. Ah! I mean, the music, I cannot stress enough, is so, so, so good. Probably one of my favorite, like, soundtracks from any horror movie. But I love Halloween also. Halloween, that theme song, it just, every single time. And Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It's not scary, but it's a good one. Yes! We did it, you guys. We got through 2 horror movies in one day. Who am I? I'm brand new. I will have to agree with Rotten Tomatoes and the viewers on this one that Insidious is in fact scarier than It. Insidious, it's a classic, but I do feel like it's a little long at points. I don't even know if the first one is my favorite out of the franchise. I'm gonna have to rewatch them all again. I feel like I did so recently, but I have the memory of whatever the opposite of an elephant is. I can't remember anything ever. But we watched 2 great movies today, and I can't wait to see if I keep agreeing with this ranking, because I have a feeling I'm not going to, especially looking at the ones at the end. I don't think I'm gonna agree. I don't think I'm gonna agree. Good morning! Oh my gosh. I woke up and I felt so terribly sick today, so I don't even know if you can hear it in my voice, but I feel like waking up sick is always the worst part, and then after that, like, the day isn't as bad. Regardless, we're back. We're ready to watch more movies. At number 8, we have Sinister. This came out in 2012, and surprisingly, believe it or not, I watched it for the first time, I think last year, and I loved it. So apparently the writer for Sinister actually started putting pen to paper when he had a nightmare after watching The Ring, which I think is so interesting. So we can thank The Ring technically for this movie. When I first watched this, I actually did a TikTok review on it, so you can go check out my TikTok. Linktree, as always, is down below. You can find all my socials. I watched it because a follower recommended it to me. This was the second Ethan Hawke movie I've seen. I got bashed online because after watching The Black Phone, I was like, this is the first thing I've seen him in, and he was amazing. TikTok did not take kindly to that. I am still recovering to this day from that horrible abuse. Just kidding, I don't give a fuck. But I'm a big Ethan Hawke fan now. I love him. So let's start it. It also took me an embarrassing amount of time to realize that that blood on the wall made out that face. That's very typical of me to not realize that kind of thing until like hours, months, years later. I always get excited seeing this intro for Blumhouse. I can't show it. If you've seen the movie, I can't show it for obvious reasons. But I love the intro just because it's like immediate shock factor, like right when the movie starts. And just like the silence is just... it's like, what is gonna happen? Yeah, I can only show the side of this one, but there we go. Amazing music choice. Listen to this background noise. This movie's freaky. This movie is freaky. Yeah, I forgot how freaky this movie kind of is. The found footage is just really, really great. I feel like a lot of found footage doesn't freak me out that much. No, that's a lie. I get freaked out so easily. But like this one, like the music, it adds so much to it. And it's all grainy and staticky. Yeah. I feel like this movie also moves kind of fast, which I enjoy. I feel like there's not a lot of times where I'm like, oh my god, like, can we get to the next part? Like, when's the next scary thing coming? I feel like it moves at a really good pace, which I feel like is super necessary for an almost 2-hour-long movie. New Perspective by Panic at the Disco has been stuck in my head all day, and I want to watch Jennifer's Body so bad, but it's not on this list, so I'm not gonna have time to watch it today, but I want to watch it. I love this guy, and I love how he always plays like this similar character foreign movies. Also how they both were in the black phone together, I think that's so cool. I love when actors get to work together again like that. He's funny. His characters are always like so serious but kind of like a little bit dumb, but also they're always figuring things out, so they must not be that dumb. In all these movies we have like the husband yelling at the wife. They're all like freaking out and the husband's like, stop! This scene just scared me so bad. I do personally feel like they could have made these kids scarier though. But again, you know me and kids, they don't really ever do it for me. Like, these little guys just don't scare me. They just look like little kids with face paint on, which is essentially what they are, but now that behind them, that's mortifying. Ah! I love that ending. I'm also like super relieved that when they went into the video, they didn't do like that cheesy thing where like their spirits like lift or something like that. Like, I was really hoping they wouldn't do that, and I'm glad they didn't, because that just would have looked really corny, I think. Holy fuck. You guys, I forgot that happened. That scared me. I forgot that happened. That was good. He got me. He got me there. Oh my god, he got me. Right here. Yeah, that did it for me. Wow. Rotten Tomatoes is doing a really good job so far. I definitely think that Sinister is not only scarier than It 2017, but also scarier than Insidious. This next one though, I feel like this is where I'm gonna start disagreeing with the ranking, but we're gonna see. Next up, we have one of my favorites, the original Halloween 1978. I even have my little poster friend all the way back here. That was the first horror poster I ever got, and the theme song is actually my ringtone. So imagine when people call me in like the middle of the night and I hear that, I'm like, oh my god. But it's always a fun time because I feel like I'm in the movie. But I love Michael. I truly do love Michael Myers so much. I remember my first Halloween Horror Nights, there was a Michael Myers maze, and obviously he popped up like a gazillion times, and at each one of them I was like, I love you, Michael! I love you, Michael! I was a couple drinks deep, so. But also, even sober, that statement still stands. I love Michael. So let's get to watching. Like, this song just does something for me. Favorite. This is definitely one of my favorite franchises. Love Jamie. It's so crazy to me that Jamie Lee Curtis won like her first Oscar. I think it was like last year or 2 years ago. A nice hour-and-a-half long movie. Bring back that movie length, because 2 hours is way too long. It's way too long. I love the aesthetics of this movie. You know me in a good vintage vibe. This might be a hot take, and I plan on doing a video ranking the Halloween franchise as well, just like the overall movies, but I do think my favorite one is H2O. Is that bad? I feel like a lot of people won't like that answer. I feel like the original is most people's favorite, but H2O, I don't know, something about it, because I feel like it still has that vintage vibe, but it's still like more modernized, and I really love the story in that one, and I just feel like you see him so much and there's so much action. Great still. If that were me, I would have turned around and ran into his arms. Okay, I do feel like this does get a bit slow, but for when it was made, I'm not holding anything against it, and it's a classic. I bet this was terrifying way back when. I mean, this whole entire scene obviously makes the movie. King Michael. Is it bad sometimes I root for the killers in the movies? Does anyone else do that? Such a good twist. The terror in his eyes. Obviously a Halloween classic for so many reasons. However, Rotten Tomatoes, this is where I'm gonna have to disagree. I'm gonna have to put this one in terms of scariness at the very bottom so far. The first Halloween just truly is not that scary to me, but also, like I said, it was made way back when, so obviously the style is gonna be a little bit different today. But let's see how the rest of this list goes. Okay, you guys, you're gonna have to excuse me. I have like major allergies, or I'm sick. I don't know. I was sick literally last week, as you saw, and now I'm like dying. It's definitely more allergy symptoms, but whatever, we're gonna get through this. So if I sound super weird, that's why. I apologize. But next on our list is The Ring. Believe it or not, I have not seen The Ring. I think maybe I've obviously seen the part where she comes out of the TV. I don't know how I've seen it, but I've just seen it. It's very popular. What I didn't know is that this was a remake, and apparently The Ring, the one that came out in 2002, did not do as well as its predecessor, which I'm honestly surprised by because I feel like this is such a popular, famous movie. But let's get into it. I'm excited. I'm already kind of scared. I'm super obsessed with the colors in this movie. I love like the green hues. Sorry, I feel like my voice sounds absolutely insane right now. I like how it's only like a few minutes into the movie and we've already been like tricked a couple times. Like they've already given like 3 mini plot twists. Big fan of that. Because that makes me way more anxious and like I'm on the edge of my seat. Like I don't know what to believe. Especially at the start of the movie when I know nothing. You guys, do you hear this staticky noise? Like, am I going insane? What is that? Okay, no, we're fine. But that freaked me out. My God. It was like buffering for 45 seconds just with that static. I was just looking up when the title card shows up, and it's super interesting. They didn't put the title card in this. It's only shown on like the DVD, the movie posters, and they did that to build suspense and make it less like, oh, you're watching a movie. Because the title cards definitely do pull you out of it for a second, so I think that was a really interesting and intentional choice. I think that's the first movie I've watched on here without a title card. What a pleasant surprise. I did not know Adam Brody was in this. I love that man. I'm like shocked she's watching the tape, but I shouldn't be. Okay, so both this version of The Ring and the original Japanese version draw inspiration from a real Japanese ghost story. I knew it had to scary. I knew it had to have some kind of like folklore background. Oh my gosh, she's right in it now. 7 days. That's crazy. I don't know what I would do. I'm like so shocked that he's the dad. That was a great reveal. I really wonder if in a situation like this, I would be doing what Rachel is doing and like researching everything, or if I would just be lazy and be like, like it's gonna happen no matter what, so I'm not gonna stress over it. But when am I known not to stress actually? So I probably would be like researching everything. I just don't know if I'd have the energy for that. I don't love this part, like what's going on. Okay, I like how she turned into like the corpse though. That was cool. Is somebody checking in on this child? Oh, here we go. I love how they put the ring. Very clever. It's getting real good. Oh yes, this part. I've seen this a million times. I don't know where, I don't know how, but I've seen this clip so many times. Honestly, so well done. Oof. I do love her face. I'm scared. I feel like he did not make it. Oh no. I mean, he wasn't putting up a very good fight, so I feel like he definitely didn't make it. He actually wasn't putting up any fight. I'm a little petrified to see his face. Why didn't it show us? I want to see. I think it'll show his face like at the very end. I'm sorry, but I was just laughing so hard at this kid's face. I mean, I get it was an alarming way for his mom to walk in, but this is really funny. Go to your room! No! His face. Okay, it just finished. I was expecting a more wow of an ending. Overall, I'm not amazed, but I do get why it's a classic. Do I think it's scarier than Sinister? I do. Honestly, I feel like they're really similar in scare level, but I do think the scares that were in this movie were scarier than the Sinister ones. However, I don't feel like there were that many scares in this. Like, honestly, I feel like the biggest one was when the first girl died and it showed her face and how she looked in the closet. I feel like that was the scariest part. But yeah, I would say it's above Sinister, so Rotten Tomatoes, I think you're right on that one. I'm glad I watched it though. I haven't seen that, so that was a first for me. Everyone bear with me. I'm still sick somehow. It's literally the next week. I think last week I had a cold and this week it's been like horrible allergies, like literally the worst I've ever had. So bear with me. Bear with me. But next on our list, we have the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 1974. I think I tried to watch this movie one time, but then I kind of lost interest. If you did not know, this movie is loosely inspired by the crimes of Ed Gein, which is like absolutely one of the most interesting cases to me. And guess what? This movie is an hour and 24 minutes long. Thank you. That is how long movies should be. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Let's start watching. And of course now I put my It shirt on. Isn't this cool? I got it from, I think, Urban Outfitters forever ago. I just am obsessed with it and the quality is amazing. I've probably watched it 90,000 times. Not sponsored, but their graphic tees are wildly expensive, so you know what? It should stay in good condition. Also, this year at Halloween Horror Nights, I was truly frightened for this maze. I'll insert the clips of it here. nothing freaks me out in mazes more than chainsaw noises. So terrifying. And I'm always like, what if they are real? Like, I don't really know that they're not. Super scary. I do not like being chased with chainsaws personally, but I do pay a heck of a lot of money for it, so. Such a good way to start. Little wordy, but at least he's reading it. Also, did you guys watch the 2022 reboot, and what did you think? The first time I watched it, I was honestly obsessed, and then I talked it up a lot, and I showed my friends, and I wasn't as obsessed, and I was like, wait, what was I thinking? I did love some parts though, especially the ending. You know how I feel about plot twists when cars are driving out of a town? Also, look at my little Leatherface Lego. He's so cute just hanging there. What I'd give to be like in a van on a road trip in the summertime with like 6 of my closest friends right now, like that would be amazing. This is me every Friday night at the local bar. It's been 30 minutes and I'm very eager for Leatherface to show up. I feel like this is definitely his house though. And even in the reboot, like the stairs look the exact same. Hello. Okay, that was the most anticlimactic entrance ever though. Like when Leatherface came out, there wasn't a big dramatic like, dun! It was just like, like I don't even know how to describe it. He just, let me show you. I so get how in the 70s this was like probably insane. Not that it's not insane watching it now, but I feel like after seeing like Art the Clown, obviously like it's a more modernized slasher, so like it's even more graphic, I'd say. Obviously I wasn't around in the 70s, but I feel like that might be the equivalent in shock factor. I don't know, if anyone was around in the 70s, let me know how this was received. I always want to know how movies were received at the time. And sometimes I ask my parents, I even asked my mom, I was like, was it crazy when Killer Clowns from Outer Space came out? And she was like, not really, like I didn't really hear about that movie much. And I'm like, what? Horror wasn't really her thing though, so. Like I'm sitting here thinking these movies must have rocked the nation. And they're like, literally have never heard of that in my life. What now? I'd be like, my hand just got cut up and I've been alone this whole time, do not give me attitude. This Leatherface is just a bit goofy to me. Like the scare factor like isn't really working as much because I just feel like he's a little goofy. I don't know. Okay, well that's pretty sinister. I love how the flashlight shines on him in this scene. Super cool. Not to be a hater, Miss Sally, but he seriously comes at you with a broom and you have that weapon and you drop it, it's a broom. Just for that, right now, she's definitely not one of my favorite final girls. A broom, Sally, come on now. Whenever there's like a crazy troubled guy, just know that there is a crazy parent following not far behind. Like seriously, every single time without failure. This part is actually truly disturbing. I'm like sorry that I even had to show that to you. Okay, so I'm at the part where they're like having the grandpa her, and like I'm getting kind of sick, low-key. I'm like kind of disturbed, so I don't know how this is gonna work for my ranking because I feel like it hasn't been really scary, but like towards the end I'm getting for sure like more queasy. I just feel like it's like a lot of torture more so than like scary. I don't know how I'm gonna rank this one. I really don't. You know what I just realized? I was gonna make lunch after this. Before watching this movie I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make my steak tips for sure, but now I'm like maybe not. Maybe I won't do that. Oh, he just got ran over. Wow, that's crazy. What can you do? Wait, I deeply don't understand why the guy didn't just drive the truck away. Also, I've been surprised both times where like the Leatherface crew are near a vehicle. I'm surprised they don't like cut the tires. I thought that's what the first guy was gonna do when they like kicked him out of the truck. Oh my god, this man is like, I am not getting involved. Oh, never mind, he's spinning the block. See, like, why are we not driving away? Like, I'd be like, I'm sorry, girl, if you're not holding on, like, I don't know what to do. Okay, this is kind of cool because that's like a very mirrored scene in the 2022 version. I feel like that would be like truly the reaction I'd have as well. Yes, I love this shot. I'm loving this. Now this is a tough one for me because I don't know if I really feel like super scared, but I more feel like uneasy. I feel like that kind of counts though. This one I would say definitely made me feel the most, which I'm surprised by because the first and middle didn't really have me feeling like that, but the end truly it all like got to me. I don't know what happened, but I think it was more graphic or it was more, I don't know what was going on. So you know what, just for that and just for making me feel this sick way, that one is gonna stay where it was ranked on the top right now. I'm starting to lose track with all these movies. I have like Sinister, Insidious, like freaking everything flying around my head. It is also hard judging them on scare level, I feel like, when it comes to comparing slashers and paranormal. I feel like that's just like kind of tough. But I think ranking everything is tough. I feel like I say that with everything. I'm like, it's tough to do this because they came out at different times, which is another thing. This came out like, what, 50 years ago, something like that? So I also know my reaction now is way different than if I saw it in the 70s. So I feel like I'm never gonna get that like full experience because my mind is obviously so conditioned to like modern horror. So when I go back 50 years, I'm like, what's going on? But that made me feel sick. So I don't know what I'm gonna have for lunch. I barely want to eat. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do for lunch now. What can you do? What can you really do? Okay, at number 4, we have The Shining. I've seen that movie so many times, and it's definitely super eerie. I am excited to watch it again. This one is 2.5 hours long, so bear with me. And I still have freaking crazy allergies. It's really insane. It's been like 3 weeks now, but like everyone seems to have crazy allergies right now, so I'm not alone, thank God. But let's get into watching. We're gonna try to finish the rest of the movies today. I've been filming this for like 3 weeks. I also do have a couple of cool pieces from The Shining. This is obviously Jack as a Lego figure. And I've shown this before, but this is seriously one of my favorite horror items that I have. This artist made it. I got it at Melrose Trading Post. She literally hand painted on these matchboxes, and I just love what she did right here. Like, such a good artistic choice. Super, super cool. I'll include her info in the description. She does like a lot of pop stars and rappers and other movies too, but really, 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 really talented. I love the intro sequence. The music is just so like off-putting. It's so good. The imagery is so good. This is just such a classic. I also love all the Easter eggs. There's so many, but that bear behind him is like a reoccurring thing. Like, there's so many bears in this movie. If you know the one scene I'm referring to with the bear as well. I still have to watch Dr. Sleep. I literally forgot that movie even existed. I can't remember if it got good reviews or not. If you watched it, let me know if you think it's good and worth a watch.
Why don't you start right now and get the fuck out of here?
He's so good at playing an asshole. So good, very scary. Even though I've seen it so many times, I love when twins dress up as them. I just feel like that's the coolest costume ever for twins. They both did such a good job in their roles, like seriously the perfect casting. That shot of it being in the mirror is so clever. I bet when this came out, this was like so insane.
Wendy, I'm home. Here's Johnny.
Obviously a favorite part. Okay, this part always freaked me out so bad. I would have this same exact expression. He really did do such a good job in this role. This was definitely the perfect way to end it, and this picture always freaks me out so bad. I just saw a video someone did on TikTok, I forget who, but they compared like this picture to the real picture that was actually used for it. Just like super eerie. I feel like Jack Nicholson also just has like a really like creepy face. I don't know why. He's just like the perfect guy for this. I really want to visit the real hotel. I definitely do have to say that this was scarier than Texas Chainsaw. I just feel like this one is so much more creepy. Like, it's so eerie. I mean, not necessarily the concept, because Texas Chainsaw is a really scary concept, but just like the movie in general. And I feel like the acting is really unbeatable. Okay guys, next on our list we have The Conjuring. This one came out in 2013. If you did not know, these movies are based on the real life events from paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. I actually took a trip to the actual Conjuring house in September. I'll insert some cool pictures here. We couldn't take videos. It was so worth the trip. If you're anywhere close to Rhode Island, I definitely think it's a must. I got some really cool pictures and some really cool stories. I'll have to do a whole video on that another time, but there's also so much non-scary history at that house, which is really interesting, and I actually had no idea about the other aspects of it other than the horror. But enough about that, let's get into watching. As you may know, there is a lot of controversy with Ed and Lorraine Warren, as there was back when they were alive. Some people thought they were like hardcore scammers, other people believed in their paranormal investigations. But what do you guys think? I believe in them because I'm just such a believer, especially in all things paranormal, but the stories and everything are pretty unbelievable at times. So I don't know, I choose to believe it personally.
Yes, we can.
My man, my man, my man.
There's no such
You guys, I love him so much. I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. She's incredible too, obsessed with her. I just love them as a pair. Also, thank you guys so much for 600 subscribers. I honestly started this channel only a few months ago, and I've been consistent on it for maybe 2 months. So I'm like super happy about that number and where we're at right now. So thank you so much for watching and supporting me and our mutual love for horror. And it's only gonna get more fun once we get closer to Halloween season, which we are getting closer to as we speak. But it's so crazy because I've been on and off of YouTube for like years now. I used to vlog in high school and college like religiously, like new videos every week, which I'm starting to do with this channel, and I'm really happy about that. But even then, I only had like 140 subscribers max, I think, and I was like really pushing out videos. So I'm super happy with this, and I just wanted to say thank you. But let's get back to watching. I'll never forget my first watch of this, seeing the based on a true story. I was shaking in my boots. Such a good intro. This whole section is so beautifully done. Like the music, the way the camera work, the actors blocking, it's just so good. Super cinematic. Okay, the Crooked Man is like my biggest fear. I think they were supposed to make a movie about the Crooked Man, or maybe that was a rumor. Okay, super sad. I just found out it's not happening. This literally was published 2 years ago. James Wan said, and no, unfortunately, this spin-off movie with this character isn't happening, outside of my control, but maybe one day. Wait, that's really sad. I wonder what happened. I feel like that would have gone so crazy, because this guy freaks me out. Okay, hate on Joey King all you want, but she is a great actress, even as a little kid. Okay, that's mortifying. My parents hate scary movies, and after I went to the Conjuring house, I made them watch this, and that part scared them really bad. Just like, what a beautiful man, wow. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Obsessed, obsessed. Whoever first discovered Patrick Wilson, I owe you my life. Truly. How scary is this lighting? I didn't even show you guys my like clothing that I have from these movies, but I did want to show you. I have this sweatshirt from Six Flags Fright Fest last year. It was my first one I actually ever went to. It has Fright Fest on the side. The front just has Conjuring Universe, Fright Fest. But this right here is my favorite jacket from the actual Conjuring house. Super cool. That's literally the only thing that it says. But it's just a nice, simple black jacket. I had to get something there. Like, this is so scary. The special effects are so good. It's always so much eerier with like the comparison of the actors and like the characters versus the real people. I mean, I think there's no question that that is scarier than The Shining, but they obviously have the upper hand with special effects and everything like that. Love that movie. Classic. So good. Alright, Rotten Tomatoes put none other than Hereditary in second place. This movie came out in 2018. I thought it came out in like 2013 or something like that, so that is surprising to me. And honestly, whenever I hear someone ask, oh, what's the scariest movie you've ever watched? Everyone always says Hereditary. Shockingly enough, I feel like I am going to get in so much trouble for this. I have not seen Hereditary yet, but it's been hyped up quite a lot, so I'm hoping that it lives up to the hype. Let's get into it though. I've waited forever to watch this movie, so we're finally gonna watch it today. I had no idea this was A24, so I'm thrilled about that. That transition from the dollhouse to this was so incredible. That did scare me for a second. I think it's so peculiar that the mom had the sister go to this party. She's like, what, 12? Like, that's very bizarre to me. Wait, I did not expect that car part. That was crazy. Yeah, he like can't even turn around and look back at what just happened. There's no way. But like, why did the mom make her go to that party? That was just so weird. But like, this is crazy. I did not expect this. Yeah, I would not look back. I don't know what I would do. Oh, this poor guy. That was like really not expected at all. Imagine having to tell your parents that. Every time I have to tell someone bad news from here on out, I'm just gonna think of this because this is like very extremely opposite of ideal. Oh my god, wait, he's not even gonna tell them? Well, I mean, I guess he's pretty traumatized, but like, oh my god, he's not even gonna tell him? That's crazy. That made me feel super queasy. I feel very queasy right now for sure. Okay, we're about an hour in, and to the people that said this is the scariest movie ever, I think that's a wild stretch. But I feel like this last part is gonna get crazy, so let's see. He is such a good actor. Isn't he like from the Naked Brothers band or something? Oh my god, I'm scared.
Don't you ever raise your voice at me.
I hate yelling. I'm loving this plot twist though. I've said this in another video, but I can't with people banging their heads like uncontrollably on things. That scene ramped up my scary review of this for sure. I feel like this isn't as scary as it is stressful because like she's like trying to help something and then all of a sudden like her husband is set on fire. So I feel like it's more stressful, but I'm not like shaking in my boots, you know? However, when he hit his head on the desk and the little girl with the pole, that made me so sick. The pole part, like I actually wanted to stop watching because like I was so sick and nauseous. Like I just wanted to stop. I was not feeling it, but now I'm okay. But scary, sickening. Okay, it's winning me back slightly right here. This part is giving very A24. Okay, so I just finished it. I definitely think it was overhyped a lot. But honestly, with a lot of A24 films, I feel like I love A24, but I do feel like a lot of them are overhyped. Like Midsummer, not the hugest. I didn't think it was that scary. I thought it was like disturbing, but more so than anything. Like not even the like killings, but like just like the sexual parts were the most disturbing. So like, I think I'm gonna have to put this one because it did make me feel queasy, and I ranked Texas Chainsaw on that as well. I think I'm gonna have to put this one. I honestly think I'm gonna put it right above Texas Chainsaw, so in between that and The Shining. Honestly, you guys, looking at this list, I do feel like I could have moved it up higher because it does scare me, I feel like, more than a majority of these, but it also just has like a silly vibe to it, so I feel like that's why I rated it lower. Like these are much more sinister. On to the last movie. Next on our list, we have none other than The Exorcist. This one came out in 1973. I have seen this one before. It was honestly one of the first horror movies I've ever watched. The first one I ever watched was Poltergeist, and it's so funny because I watched that and I was like in middle school, I think, and I thought I was such a badass. I was like, I can take horror movies, please. But then put on Chucky, I was out of there. And now look at me. Wait, so what did we think of the 2023 Exorcist reboot? I love Leslie Odom Jr., so I was really happy to see him, but I feel like it got way more hate than it deserved. Wait, did I word that right? Yes, way more hate than it deserved. I think it got too much hate. And I like how they made it different than the first story, because if it was directly a duplicate, it would have been even worse for them. They would have gotten more hate. I really don't think it was all that bad though. This already sounds pretty scary. I like don't remember this part of the movie at all. Probably because I watched it when I was like 12, but still. Another iconic horror song. The way that I thought this was Jacob Elordi, how ridiculous am I? Okay, it is pretty crazy seeing her before, like, she gets taken over. Because, like, I don't remember this face at all. I only remember her as, like, her possessed self. Like, very scary. This is how you do a horror movie, you guys. This is it. Okay, I do remember this part now, completely. The special effects are, like, insane in this, truly. Like, for the time period, it's, like, really impressive. Okay, obviously the vomit is, like, so fake, but other than that, the special effects are so good.
Did you do that?
Like, that's so insanely creepy. That voice is probably the scariest voice I've ever heard. You could not pay me enough money to be in the room with this girl. The mouth on this little possessed girl is crazy. She's saying the wildest stuff. His face. I wish I recorded the Halloween Horror Nights maze of this because it was like so good as a mirrored image of this. Like, how did they do this in the 70s? Seriously. Like, it looks so very real. I want like a behind the scenes. I love how he's just resorted to fully like fist fighting the demon. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Okay, so final verdict. That one was really well done. Obviously a classic. Honestly, I feel like it's the same scariness as Texas Chainsaw, but one's more paranormal and then one's more slasher. But if I had to choose, I am gonna put this one above Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm gonna insert the final Rotten Tomatoes ranking versus my personal ranking on the screen right now. Comment down below which ranking you agree more with, or what your ranking is, because I'm so curious. There's so many different aspects to this and ways of ranking it, but I'm pretty sure this was my longest video yet, so if you have stayed the entire way, thank you so much for watching. This was a long one, but it was so fun, and we watch a lot of classics I have not yet seen, which is pretty crazy, so I'm glad we got those out of the way. As always, my link tree is down below in the description. You can follow my TikTok and Instagram, but I will see you guys next week for another video.